So just taking a quick look at Vechain then on our daily time frame for another daily update. Before we begin, as you can see on screen, make sure to go down below and grab yourself some amazing deals from our partners. There's tons of free money on offer, so sign up below and get involved in some of these. You can see the deals are right here. Really good way to get some free money and to get some trading capital to trade in the markets with no risk. You can see here Vechain then basically just trickling to the downside, not really knowing what's going on. Just like most altcoins here, if you take a look across the large cap altcoin space, all looking very, very similar. We've basically just got a ton of altcoins that are looking like they're starting to come into a bit of a sell model territory. You can see Ethereum here. We've obviously had a few cracks at the all-time high. Came down here, consolidated, came down, consolidated, and we are looking like we are starting to get into sell model territory where we're looking to come down. Obviously Ethereum here at around 50% of this current impulse that we're on. And as I've been saying for a while, Bitcoin is currently in that area where it's bounced pretty much every time in this market. Every single time that Bitcoin's bounced to the upside in this market, we've got an impulse 50% retrace, impulse 50%, impulse 50%, impulse 50%, impulse 50%, impulse, and now we're at that 50% area again, where we're probably going to start getting buyers coming into the market in my estimation. And if you look at Vechain here, you can see we are basically still holding this bear market range low and actually looking surprisingly strong compared to Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. These big caps, large caps, the big three I would call them, have all been retracing quite a lot here, whereas a lot of altcoins really just looking quite exhausted at this point with all of the liquidations that we've seen. Vechain here basically just looking like it's essentially just rejecting still out of this daily above. This big daily fair value gap here, we're still rejecting out of this, but we have bounced twice now out of this bear market range low after sweeping liquidity. And really just consolidating down here. Not looking too bullish or bearish in this area. Kind of just consolidating and waiting to see where Bitcoin goes most likely. And I think Bitcoin's probably quite likely to bounce from this area if I had to guess. I do think Bitcoin has been, basically you've got these three drives here, as you can see. No real displacement to a new all-time high. We've got that huge liquidation cascade on October the 10th. Created this huge daily BPR for Bitcoin, which is a massive, massive resistance. Tested it twice and then obviously came down, broke through this fair value gap and this one, and we're now, you'd say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves down into this area of support in between the 618 and the 050 Fibonacci of this local leg where I would be expecting a bounce out of. Got a lovely bounce out of this area, as I said, every single time in this cycle, and that will obviously dictate what happens with Vechain next. I think, to be honest, altcoins are looking really haggard at the minute, and much more likely, in my opinion, to be going up than down from these areas. If you look here, Vechain is just absolutely exhausted in terms of the price action we've had. We've obviously had some reasonably good price action over the past few years. Started to get this bull market territory kind of situation here, but as you can see, with the tariff dump, ever since then, we've kind of lost all of our impetus for basically all of our altcoins. If you look across the market, lots of altcoins struggling, but Vechain struggling especially here. Very much down in the dumps at its bear market low. And really, after we were consolidating here, I was expecting a move to the high, but with that huge liquidation cascade that I don't think anyone was expecting, you could see that Vechain basically has just come down to the low and started consolidating here. And it's going to take a big, big push for Bitcoin to push us into an alt season, really, because we've never even had a chance of having an alt season in this cycle so far, from what it seems like. And you can see here all of our altcoins retracing still and looking quite bearish and weird as a result. And Vechain's no exception here. So really we need to be seeing Bitcoin bouncing from here. The altcoin basket starting to look like it's rejecting this all-time high and coming down again, as you can see. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens next with all of this. But right now, Vechain looking like it's just in no man's land, and we're waiting to see if Bitcoin can save the day. As always, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Please do like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Check back every day for daily updates and get some free money in the description below. Cheers.